Now, this piece of breaking news that's coming in as tensions escalate in the Middle East, ladies and gentlemen. Israel has conducted an airstrike and assassinated a senior Hezbollah field commander in Lebanon itself. CNN News 18 has also accessed the visuals of the operation. Ismail Yusuf Baz served as a senior and veteran official in several positions. What we are learning of Hezbollah's military wing. That is the piece of breaking news that's coming in, where Israel continues the offensive against adversaries around its borders. And that visual on your screen, where Israel has carried out an airstrike in Lebanon itself and assassinated a top Hezbollah commander. I'm joined by my colleague Siddhant on the broadcast, who's getting us this big piece of breaking news. Siddhant, over to you.
Well, yes, that's right, Ayushman. In fact, IDF has just confirmed that Israel has increased offensive in Lebanon. And in fact, we are getting to know that an IAF aircraft is struck and eliminated Ismail Yusuf Baz, the commander of Hezbollah's coastal sector in the area of Ain Ebel in Lebanon. Now, Ismail is perhaps one of the top commanders used to handle the coastal area of Lebanon. Ismail served as a senior and a veteran official in several positions of Hezbollah's military wing. His current rank is equivalent to a brigade commander. As part of his position, Ismail was involved in the promotion and planning of rocket and anti-tank missiles launched towards Israel from the coastal area of Lebanon. Now, in fact, Ayushman, the day Iran directly launched attack on Israel, on that very day, there were several rockets which were fired from Lebanon as well by the Hezbollah groups. And since Israel is still thinking, Israel is still, is having a meetings over retaliating as far as Iran's attack is concerned. But as far as their offensive towards Lebanon and Hezbollah is concerned, that they have increased to the proxy groups, they have increased. And as a result of that, we are getting to know that a top commander who used to handle the coastal sector of Hezbollah, Ismail Yusuf Baz, has been struck down by the Air Force of Israeli Air Force.
Right. Thank you, Siddhant, for getting us that piece of breaking news. Lieutenant General Kulkarni continues to be with us on the broadcast. General Kulkarni, this development coming in from the Middle East, we've seen Israel rain fire on the Gaza Strip, number one. Israel also took out top Iranian commanders in Damascus. Then Iran fired back and the Iron Dome of Israel took out all those rockets. And now Israel has taken out a top Hezbollah commander. How do you see these developments coming in from the Middle East? Despite the diplomatic pressure, despite the global protests, Israel committed to safeguard its national security.
Ayushman, at the very outset, I must say it's anything done at this point of time, as long as it brings peace, so much better. As long as it does not escalate from where it is right now, so much better. And I think after what Iran did, after firing the 300 odd missiles and drones, and none of them were effective for whatever the reason it is, and therefore you found that the Iranians were celebrating, and so were everybody, that they had taken revenge on Israel, and therefore Iran stated in no uncertain terms that it was tit for tat and it should be seen as the last but, and we don't intend pursuing this particular operation hereinafter. Is virtually like throwing the towel in the ring. So Iran was out. Everyone is expecting that Israel might retaliate, but of course there's a lot of pressure because on Israel also not to attack Iran. But all these proxies of Iran, for which Israel has been fighting over the years, and especially after October 7th, be it Hamas, be it Hezbollah, or be it Houthi. And at this point of time, there is no denying the fact that Israel has to get very, very tough after what it did in Lebanon in 1982. And after that, when Hezbollah was formed, again a proxy of Iran, a Shia organization, so are the Houthis, but Hamas is a Sunni organization. In Gaza, they are not going to let loose because they for sure, this is the way to convey to Iran also that should you be thinking that our war arsenal has gone down fighting these proxies of yours for the last 6 months and that you can't try and, interfere with Israel's security, well, just too bad. We are not going to leave you. So Iran is not going to interfere, but Israel is going to take on all these proxies, whether it's Hezbollah, because obviously the northern Israel gets affected by these Hezbollah elements which are firing from Lebanon. So they are going to be targeted very badly. At the same time at Rafah, they are not going to be left over there. much what the world might say, because obviously it is not the elimination of Hamas that is very important there. They have to ensure that at least for some time, maybe for the next about 30, 40 years, there should be peace in that region. And for that reason, you find that flights are being affected because the way the things are going on over there, the sea navigational routes are affected, trade is being affected. So the Houthis are going to be badly taken on now. So I think one way I would say a good move by Israel to take on Hezbollah, it should take on the Hamas in Gaza, it should take on the Houthis, no doubt about that, but not attack Iran, definitely not attack Iran. Let that thing be sort of confined to where it is right now, rather than flaring up, because flaring up might just bring in a lot of losses, lots of crude prices going up. There'll be upheaval in the international market. So avoid that. But yes, Israel can do that, and probably another fortnight or so seize it and then get on to the talks. I think it's some good sense might prevail upon the Hamas to release those 70 or 80 of those hostages that they have. Things might normalize, but Israel must not attack Iran. That is very, very important, because that attack on Iran, because they can't take their nuclear installations, they're too deep down underground, and Iran will do what it is doing. And Iran is a huge, big country. It's an old civilization. It also has support, and therefore let it be at the present status. And I think, yes, the proxy elements of Iran should be taken on. And I think Israel is doing just that, to convey to Iran, look, we are not going to leave you, and you interfere now, you'll also get it.